Hello, my name is Jay, and welcome to Connected Podcast, Chrd Magazine. Today, guest is a singer called
Valeria.
Valeria. What is your purpose?
My purpose is to keep finding my own voice and spreading a message of love, unity, and helping people connect with their own purpose.
I like that. So, can you take us back to your childhood in Puerto Rico? How did your multicultural background influence your early love for music?
I guess in Puerto Rico, we're very musical people.
Y'all are.
It's very important, as part of our culture to be connected to our roots. So, but yeah, in my household, it was all about the arts. My dad, he's a photographer, but he enjoys music a lot. He plays the guitar. My mom, she would play Luis Miguel, Juan Luis Guerra, like all this huge Latino artists, they're larger than life, like Juan Gabriel, Ana Gabriel. So yeah, I was very heavily influenced by music in my upbringing.
Okay. So, you mentioned Selena and Mecano as an early influence.
Yeah.
How did those artists shape your musical aspirations, and how did your transition from that discover punk rock?
Well, they were basically my role models. Like I look up to Selena so much. She was so fun, so vivacious. So yeah, I thought I wanted to be like her. I'm like, that's gonna be me when I grow up. And Mecano, well, there's a lead singer, female, and so Ana Torroja also very much influenced the way that I perform, the way that I sing, the way that I dance. So yeah, but when I was 13, I discovered punk rock, and I was like, oh, so this is going to be my scenario.
So, you mentioned 13. So, what is it like attending your first punk show at 13?
I was so scared at first.
You
I was like,
was?
what is happening here? Oh my God. And people with mohawks and stuff. And that was not like super usual in Puerto Rico or anything like that. I feel like in the punk scene in Puerto Rico, people are a little bit more laid back when it comes to how they dress and stuff. But I was so in love with it. Just the pure raw energy of the bands, super DIY. I was very drawn to it. I'm like, this is it.
So, could you tell us when you realized punk was the genre that you wanted to pursue? Like, when did that hit you in your heart? Like, hey, this is the genre I want to do.
So I started going to the shows whenever my mom let me. And I just loved the community that was built around it, around the whole movement. It was not just about the music, but about like coming together, making feel people welcome and stuff, and like they can do this. So instead of me aspiring to be like a big artist, which seemed kind of like impossible, even though I wanted it, this was like, oh my God, this is very accessible. Like I can just come together with a group of people and sing.
So, tell us about your first band experience at 16. How did those early years of playing and performing shape your approach to music today?
Well, like many of my weird ideas, I was taking a shower and then I was like, I know who I'm gonna hit up just to ask her if she wants to join me in a band. So I called my friend Miggy and asked her to play the bass. And she's like, I know two other people and stuff. And one of my classmates also joined, and that's how Fulminante started. And yeah, it was super fun. I was in a band with another girl, so it was great to have that first experience. And but I was so shy.
You were?
I still wasn't like really connecting with my talents or anything. My songwriting, I think I was just more trying to imitate and emulate other people more than finding my own voice. So it was very hard to translate my thoughts, my emotions. I was holding back a lot.
Were?
But then when the band disbanded, I mean, it wasn't like nothing drastic. It was just, we stopped playing. But that made me so anxious. I'm like, I need to be doing this. So for the longest, I was just daydreaming about it to do it again.
Okay. Did you ever do like talent shows? Did you like perform when you had family gatherings, stuff
Oh,
like
see.
that?
At school, that's how I started performing, basically. So whenever it was like singing or dancing or doing poetry and stuff like that. And of course, when you're in the family gatherings, they put you on the spot, like, come on, sing a song or something like that. And you're like, should be paid for this.
So joining
Ladrones.
Ladrones in 2016 seems to have been a pivotal moment for you. What was different about this band that made you feel more confident in your songwriting?
Well, I guess I had more life experiences to tell, and so it became easier to channel my own voice, my own experiences, knowing what I wanted to say, and yeah, just been trying to be more genuine, I guess. So I was like, this is going to be the way that I'm going to communicate my emotions, express myself, what I think, what I like. Yeah.
Okay. So moving from Puerto Rico to Atlanta after Hurricane Maria must have been a challenging experience. How did that upheaval affect you personally and creatively?
It was very hard having life change in the span of like a day. I knew that things weren't going to be the same anymore. Like it marked a before and after in my life for sure. And my mom, she was already living here in Atlanta. And I'm like, do you remember that one time 7 years ago when you asked me if I wanted to move to Atlanta? And I say, why would I do that? I have all my family, all my friends, my scene here. So, but now we're fighting over water and food. So I guess now it's the time to go. And so we did. Me and the guitarist, we decided to move. And it was hard to just keep dreaming while having to push forward in life, start from scratch and all of that. But I think that just made me hungrier. I'm like, oh, really? Huh? I survived a hurricane, a category 5 hurricane. I'm not going to sit on my ass about it. So we plan a tour. So we decided to go on tour with half of the band still in Puerto Rico. So, yeah.
So how do you like Atlanta so far?
It's been very welcoming. I have to admit, it's very vibrant, very colorful. So I guess the transition, even though it was challenging, of course, I don't have anything bad to say about it. Like, we've just been welcomed with open arms.
That's
for sure.
Good. So your songs has been featured in 2 Netflix series. How did those placements come about? And what was it like hearing your music in that context?
Well, that happened through Slovenly Recordings. They put out our first album. They're in contact with Music Rubbers or something. It's a platform where people in the industry they can choose music for their productions and stuff. So there's a song in Queen of the South and The Imperfects. So it was amazing. I'm like, from the millions of bands that are out there, they want a song from a band in Puerto Rico. That's awesome.
I'm glad you mentioned Queen of the South because that's my favorite.
Oh, hell yeah.
That's my favorite. So you just finished recording your second full-length album. Can you give us a sneak peek into what fans can expect for this new record?
It's definitely, let's say, more like heavier punk rock. Like our previous recordings have been more on the rock and roll garage spectrum of things, but this is like a heavier sound and deeper thoughts and deeper meanings of life and stuff.
Okay. So with you having a Spanish heritage and being in punk rock world, what all has influenced your fashion and style? Because I see you styling right now.
Well, I guess at first I didn't put a lot of thought into it. I was just trying to express myself. But I can see I'm slowly turning into a punk rock Selena in a way. So yeah, just trying to be myself and a little bit of goth, a little bit of punk, a little bit of
Everything.
my Puerto Rican life.
But you look good though. Like you look good.
Thank you.
You being yourself through you wear your clothes as an expression of how you feel.
Definitely. Not as much as trying to emulate, like I said before. It's also channeling what makes me feel comfortable and, yeah, my point of view.
I like that. So, with you having a Spanish heritage, oh no, take it out. I forgot to switch. What's next for you in Ladrones
Ladrones.
after the tour? Are there any long-term goals or dreams you are working towards?
Oh, definitely. After this tour, we're also going in another tour through the East Coast with Davila 666 and Las Nubes. And for next year, hopefully, we'll get to go to Europe, and I want to do South America as well. And hopefully, we get to live off this.
I like that. It's gonna happen. Keep putting it out there, and it's gonna happen.
We're manifesting.
I know that's right. Oh, what are your goals from now to next year of 2025?
I want to keep writing music for sure. We're about to release this new full length, but I don't want to wait on it. I want to keep making music, finding new sounds and creative ways of expressing and putting music out there, and traveling.
Traveling.
Yes, as much as I can.
So, what collaborations that you want to do? Like with which female, male,
Everybody,
everybody?
everything is welcome.
I like that. Okay. So I want to thank you for coming onto podcast Chrd magazine. And I would love to interview again and see you on the big stage soon.
Thank you for having me. It was nice meeting you.